Hi, this is Haley Thomas with PetroSkills, and I'm here with instructor James Bobo to discuss fundamentals of casing design. James, how many days is the course, and in what locations is it sometimes taught in?
It's a 5-day course, and it's taught in Houston, Calgary, Aberdeen, Kuala Lumpur as the regular places. I've also been to Brisbane, Australia, and Nakuru, Kenya.
Okay, great, thank you. What are some of the topics that are covered in the course?
The main thing we're talking about is how to design a casing string that will last for the full life cycle of the well. And so to be able to do that, there's a number of things you got to discuss. One of the key things is what's our operating window during the drilling of the well. So that's set by our pore pressure and our fracture gradient, and now I've got to live within that window. But then I also got to consider, but what about my operational constraints? I got to be able to run my pipe, I got to be able to pull out of the hole, and then run the casing. And so, what casing does is give you a steel wall cake. And as you step down the hole to your final objective, you're setting, you're stair stepping down with a steel wall cake to be able to get your final, to meet the hole size that's needed for production in the life of the well. And so we talk about how to accommodate that full life cycle load, what's needed for production and reservoir completions, and then drilling has to be on its own to do the journey from the bottom up. And so we talk through those sort of things.
Are any of those topics ever a surprise to participants?
Probably one of the things that surprised them is I tell them casing design really underscores what we get paid for. As engineers, we're not paid for what we know, we're paid for our judgment. Now, our judgment is impacted by what we know, but it really is our judgment that we're compensated for, and casing brings that together. It's the backbone of the well plan, it's the backbone of really the life of the well. And the judgment that you've got to exercise, the fact that there are a lot of trade-offs. It's not a single point. It's a range of acceptable solutions, but that also means there's a range of unacceptable solutions. So that probably tends to be the biggest surprise to people.
Thanks. One last question. As an engineer, why would I want to take the course, and how would it help me further my career?
Well, if you're going to be involved as a driller, you're not going to be able to implement your well plan without the backbone of a casing design. As a completion engineer or a production engineer, the reason you would want to participate in the course is to understand what are the considerations not only during the drilling of the well, but for casing design that gets into well intervention and recompletions and things along those lines. And so it's not just a drilling engineering course. If you're involved with either drilling or completions or production, workover, well intervention, all of those folks found it very, very, very helpful.
Okay, thank you so much, James.
Okay.